Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
What's up, everybody? Kevin Jackson here. Let me tell you something. The left, they're full of it. And I'm talking about hypocrisy. Welcome to the Kevin Jackson Show, KJRadio.com. That's going to be our theme for today, hypocrisy. Frederick William Robinson said there are three things in the world that deserve no mercy: hypocrisy, fraud, and tyranny. And I could have added leftist. Anyway, glad you guys are here to have me explain to you the hypocrisy of the left. It is glaring. It is in your face. They cannot defend it. They are frauds, hypocrites, tyrants, bullies. I can give you 50 names for these guys and then continue after I take a breath. Terrible. Everything that they talk about is completely bass-ackwards, as they say. And it doesn't matter where you start. They're mad, for example, that we pulled out of the Kyoto Climate Treaty in Japan. Why? Because they were stealing. They got mad when we pulled out of the Paris Climate Accord. And the irony of it, the hypocrisy of it is, these guys know the data's flawed. They know they've cooked the books. These are the people that will tell you that every vote should count. Your most important thing, your most treasured act as a citizen of a country is to have a vote. And then they will try to cheat and let anybody vote. People that haven't invested as you have. They don't see the hypocrisy, but they do. They absolutely do. Don't believe them. They'll tell you that the illegals that they bring over to cancel out your legitimate vote as a citizen are cost positive to the economy. Again, wrong data, skewed data, faulty data, fraudulent data. And they know this. Why? Because they want to impose tyranny. These hypocrites will use fraud in order to terrorize you, to be a tyrannical group of elitists who want to tell you how to think. Whether it's an individual act, something they want to take from you at your local level, like a friend of mine who had a city councilman try to railroad him out of his property, or whether it's an Agenda 21 thing where they want the UN to come in and act as if they know more about how to govern you than you know yourself as your own community. These hypocrites will tell the president it is his responsibility. His number one responsibility is to protect citizens from any type of threat, foreign and domestic. And the very moment that the president tries to do that, they will fight him, call him xenophobic, call him racist, call him Islamophobic. But the president who did exactly the same thing before, the black dude, he can do the very same thing, and those hypocrites won't say a word. They're tyrants, fascist, communist, bullies and beasts, and they will do anything up to the point of beating you into submission or killing you. And don't you think for 1 second I'm exaggerating this. They will beat you to death. They will look at a group of Muslims, stone somebody and say, "You can't put that on the internet. That's just too mean." But let these dudes watch a Trump rally and they will watch people get chased and beaten. And if left to their own devices of the left, they would kill you at Berkeley if they could. Why? Because you're a conservative. Because you're a Republican. Because you don't toe the line. Because you dare think for yourself. You dare not follow groupthink. Look, we're all, a bunch of us listening to this program, the overwhelming majority, are conservatives. God bless you for that. I didn't force you. And you know what? We don't monolithically completely agree. We have a common core of things that bind us. And so we're all happy that, oh, yeah, Kevin, I agree with you that we shouldn't let pedophiles be babysitters. We agree on that. But maybe I say, well, I see it as a disorder. And you say, Kevin, I don't care if it's a disorder. I think those guys need to be put in prison or, have their pee-pees cut off, whatever. We can disagree on that. But what we core agree on is that they shouldn't be babysitters. And that's okay. We can agree to disagree on the nuances and all the other stuff outside of that. You can't do that on the left. You have to love the pedophile. You got to love the baby rapers. You got to love them. Because if you don't, these knuckleheads will go, oh, that's not cool. We're supposed to be all inclusive when it comes to nut jobs. Yeah, that's supposed to be all inclusive. Well, they're inclusive. They love terrorists. They love MS-13 gang members. They love black thugs that are menacing citizens all over the country every single day. They love women who want us to pay for their abortions. These, as my grandmother would say, these loose women, these fast girls. They want us to pay for their abortions. They love everything that takes money from you that they don't have to pay for. They love all that. Yeah, it's all fair game. Bunch of hypocrites. And you know why they love it? Because they don't pay for it. They don't have to deal with it. They claim that they want to pay more. We should be paying more taxes. The rich people ought to pay more taxes. And you know who shouts it the loudest? The rich people on the left who do everything they can to not pay more taxes. Can I get a hallelujah? I need my handkerchief. Whew, it's getting hot up in here. Because let me tell you, leftists are the biggest hypocrites, frauds, and tyrants on the planet. If you see people being oppressed, don't look for conservatives. Don't look for Christian or Judeo-Christian valued people. You will not see us oppressing people, not as a general rule. I'm not saying we don't go astray, but I'm telling you, as a general rule, we want everybody to succeed. We love it. We see the pie get bigger, but not leftists. Frauds, hypocrites, and tyrants. That's what they are. There's maybe no worse vice than hypocrisy. And don't misunderstand me, folks. We all go through it. Your kids, when you learn, the way you learn the most about yourself is when somebody goes, you're being a bit of a hypocrite. What? And you get a bit offended. You've been called a hypocrite. Well, you know what? They're probably right. Whoever's saying, if it's somebody who loves you, who you respect, they're probably right. I'll tell you my hypocrite story. I don't have time this segment. But when we come back, I'm going to tell you my hypocrite story. And I got a bunch of them. But you know what you do? You learn from your hypocrisies. And you say, you know what? Or at least at the very least, you at least take a look at them and say, I'll learn from them. It doesn't mean you change, but you do recognize them and you go, yep, that's hypocritical. But so what? But they don't. They rationalize it. Anyway, we got a lot more to talk about, folks. Kevin Jackson, you listen to. I can just do it.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS or state? The secret to avoiding the IRS nightmare is to seek professional representation. My friends at Security Tax Associates provide the most cost-effective and ethical representation in the industry while helping to avoid seizures, levies, and wage garnishments. Security Tax Associates is here to ensure that the appropriate steps are taken to permanently eliminate any possibility of future tax burdens once and for all. For a free, no-obligation consultation, contact Security Tax Associates, 844-779-4177. That's 844-779-4177. 844-779-4177. Or visit them at securitytaxassociates.com.
Beth Cook Moranville, author of Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope.
Hope, that wonderful, wonderful four-letter word that you may feel completely out of. I wrote this book to give you great hope. It's not too late. If fetal position is an all too familiar place for you, I understand. If the next 60 seconds are too long, this book is for you. Wherever you are right now, whether you're dealing with divorce or death or sickness, take hope. You are going to make it through this pain. Don't roll your eyes. I've walked this road and I know it. The best is yet to come.
Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope from author and speaker Beth Cook Moranville, can be found on Amazon.com or Kindle.com. For more information, visit closerthanyourBreath.com or on Facebook at Closer Than Your Breath.